honestly.
I want to talk about the reality of running a brand, of running a clothing brand, because a lot of people think it's
not all sunshine and rainbows.
It's not just posting. You know what I mean? Look, this is great. It's actually back. You know, we talk about admin. It's actually the admin of it, like the manufacturing,
the back end of it.
The back end of it. So talk to me about the back end of it. What did you have to realize about the back end of it, like when you first got started?
It is a lot of work. It will take up majority of your time and effort and stress. All the contacting suppliers, running social media, responding to people, emails. You mean like packaging orders and like doing all that other stuff that, it's just like designing. Making new designs, coming up with new things, new creative ideas, new concepts, new campaigns that we're going to shoot, like a new photo shoot, organising models, videographer, photography, location. You got to hire out a venue. You got to do this. You got to do that. Also, doing all of that while keeping it running smooth. You can't just that's what I'm saying about time management. You got to make sure you're very on point with all these things, because you got a deadline, you got a season, you got to make sure that your stuff that you're releasing is in line with the season. And obviously I'm still learning how to make things at the moment more streamlined, because it's hard, because you have to work around other people's schedule, and you got to fit that around your business. It's not just you doing it, you got to actually go to, and that sort of management thing of that's what all those things are. It's quite hard.
Would you wish someone had told you before?
Would I wish what?
Would you wish someone had told you before you started about the backlog of it, figuring all that out?
No, probably not, because then if you tell someone all these things, although it can help them, but some people might not do it if you tell them all the bad things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They just feel it's too much work.
Yeah. Or if you wanted to become a UFC fighter, and then someone said to you, "No, don't do it, mate. You're gonna die." or an experienced fighter, they said, "No, I've got brain damage."
You're gonna fuck up your bones.
You're gonna be maybe I shouldn't do it.
No, I mean I relate a lot to that. You mentioning the admin of it, and I say the same thing to people. I always tell people to start a podcast, not because I'm not being real because there's a lot of work, but I like the front thing that if you can get through it, it will change you. I think that's what's so important about realizing.
Yeah, it does. It changes you a lot. I think how you cope with certain challenges.
The stress, locking in, you mentioned time management. I don't have time for some of the stuff that I used to waste time on before. There is no waste of time.
No.
I've got to edit this video. I've got to do this. You always have something to keep you.
You always have something to do. You're never going to run out of things to do. It's just you'll just get better at doing those things.
Absolutely.
So it doesn't seem so much of a chore. It becomes it's essential.
Yeah. And you start to enjoy it because you see the process. And you see when it comes out better, you go, oh, actually, I'm happy with that.
Yeah, you're all these hours and all these things I'm doing, it's adding up and it's actually working. Yeah, stuff like that.
So this comes to the name of your brand. Always
busy.
Talk to me about Always Busy. What does that mean to you?
Always busy is it's a mentality. It's the way how a person is. Because if you think about someone that is always busy, it's you're always productive. You're always doing something. Like we're saying about it's kind of it goes back into having these skills with business and just in general what you're pursuing. You've got to make sure that if you want to get better at it and get to a bigger level, you have to do these things and you have to be always busy to pursue what you want. And that's what my brand is about. It's that sort of mentality that you have with doing something. And it don't matter what sort of industry you're in. It's not just related to clothing or podcasting or whatever. It could be whatever you do, make sure you stay always busy and you just got to keep at it and push it and do it.
I love that. Honestly, I love that.
And the B, obviously the B logo represents because you're busy like a bee. So it makes sense. It adds up.
Honestly, like that was the first thing I noticed about your brand, which is what's so well
Yeah.
thought out and well done, was that I related the feeling of that phrase. Whatever you do, make sure you're always busy. And I think a lot of people who do stuff or even interested in anything
Yeah.
will relate to that.
Yeah, that's what I want it. Yeah, like I want it to relate to people, because then that's how you push people to do something. It's like you don't necessarily have to be into fashion, but like if you're hardworking and you're doing like it's for you.
How did you come up with the name or the branding or like all of that? What was that process like?
So I had the name on Snapchat, I think, and on Instagram, like before I'd even started the brand.
Oh, right, really?
Yeah, it was just like when I was younger, I just had the name, and then it kind of makes sense because I was like always busy, and I've already got the name, I've already got the usernames and stuff. I was like,
That's
oh yeah,
sick.
kind of adds up. And then the B is actually Tim that helped me design the logo. So where I've always been drawing and been creative. It was originally going to be like an animal themed brand. So I was just sketching like different animals, and turns out one of them was a bee. And that was like the first image that I thought to design or edit to make like a logo or even just a design for the t-shirt. Then while Tim was showing me how to edit, he pretty much helped me create like the logo for my brand. Like he got like an image off Google, and then he showed me like different ways to edit the bee and like little thing. And then when he was doing it, I looked at it and I was like, yeah, that's what I want. That logo, because it's very distinctive. Like you got to have those sorts of things that stand out where people see it and they're like, yeah, that's that brand. You know what I mean? Because otherwise you just look like anyone else.
On that, then, what makes a good brand? Like, what makes a good logo or brand? What?
I think like you've got to. I know it's hard because there's so many different brands out there nowadays. It's ridiculous, but like you just got to stand out. In it could be like your color scheme or how you present your brand, and yeah, just the logo. You got to make your logo very distinct, so that it's not kind of similar to another brand where you might get confused with.
Yeah, I think especially for like when it comes to clothing, because a lot of it is like something you wear and it represents it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's like if you're out there, you want people to see like you see that's my brand.
That's it.
Recognizable.
You want it to be like from a distance. You know what I mean? It's like if you see, like just for example, like Prada or Louis Vuitton, you can see it down the road from a mile away. Like you know the logo just by you don't even it doesn't even have to say Louis Vuitton, but like you can just see like the little monogram and you're like, okay, yeah, that's it. Or just like stuff like that. You've got to be recognizable. You've got to be known for something, or people see it and they're like, that's it.
I think a large part of that too is how you promote yourself and how you market yourself.
Yeah, defo. Yeah.
So talk to me about that. How's it been from idea, production, now to marketing? What was your relationship with the marketing process of your brand?
Well, in the early marketing was just, I think it was literally just, I would just run around like a nutter and just approaching random people. I would have my clothes, I would have like a bag, and I would walk up to strangers in the street and I'd be like, oh, this is my clothing brand, by the way. Do you want to take a look? And do you want to buy something?
By the way, like they asked. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, like seriously, like I used to walk around like my local high street. Or
Yeah.
just random places.
I respect it, man.
Yeah, bro, because you have to. Like, you got to get people to see it.
Absolutely.
And I probably look like a bit of a weirdo. Like I was just trying to flog like stolen shit, like a crackhead or something. But you just go up to people and you're just like, yeah, oh, actually, that's pretty cool. And then they started buying it, and then I was like, from there. What else do you say? You say marketing.
Yeah. So okay. So you do that's in-person marketing. What about
Yeah,
like
that was from the start.
Yeah.
As so, like what? No, like what I would do now for marketing.
yeah, like what about like you move from that to like let's say social media or like what is marketing? It's more than just one thing, right? But what does marketing look like for you now?
So what it looks like for me now is so many different things. You could be like it's on like all like media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook. What's another one? Pinterest or
Oh, right, you're on Pinterest.
yeah, like you could do all different types of things. You got to be running stuff like that. That's just like the bare minimum. Like if you're doing like a brand or social media for anything that you're selling nowadays, if you're not on social media, then like what are you doing? And also for like the bigger end of the marketing is like campaigns. So what that would be is for like say a campaign that I'm doing. I done last year. It was for the summer collection. I would base all my photo shoots and like videos around summer. So it was a outdoorsy themed one. Like we done one on a tennis court. It was in the gym. Very active lifestyle kind of. That's what we was trying to portray, to get people to go outside and obviously to wear the clothes while they're doing what they're doing outside. So yeah, we done like a photo shoot in a gym, and
There was one that I saw that you did recently for the jacket you're wearing now. Was when you
Yeah,
guys,
yeah.
well, you hire out a boat or shit?
yeah, we did. We hired out it's a old decommissioned navy boat in Essex, but it's just like parked off, just like in the middle of the.
How did you even come up with that idea? Like, how did you find the boat? Did you go looking for the boat, or did you?
Well, it's actually because what was it? I came up with the idea when I was riding my bike along. Well, in Essex, along the beach. You can. It's just like a long trail that goes from. There's Leigh-on-Sea, and then there's Chalkhall, and then Westcliff, and then Southend. So it's just like one massive long beach that you can ride along from each different section. And then I'd always go past the boat, but then like since when you're doing more creative things and you're running the business side of things, you're always looking for ideas. So my mind is different because I'm looking for creative stuff. When you're doing stuff before, you see it every day, but you don't notice it, or you don't see that creative kind of thing that you could bring to it. But when I rode past it on my bike, and I was like, oh, actually, that for a location would be sick, and I haven't seen anyone else do it. And I said to my photographer, I was like, mate, we need to do a shoot on this. And it turns out he actually knows some of the people that work there. So that's how it's about connections as well.
That's it.
Got to know the right people.
That's sick. And then when it comes to like, talk us through like the campaign. Then when it comes to like getting the right models and like you get a photographer and you get what you want to do. What is your role like on the day when you're taking the? Talk to us about that.
Yeah. So what I would do now is I would go to say like a modelling agency, and I would say to them, okay, cool, I need this many models for this day, this time, however many hours that we're doing it. And then also, you got it depends on the shoot, right? Because then one I could have for just photography, and then one I could have for just videography. But then there could be others that I incorporate both. You'd organise models for the day. But you don't have to go to an agency. I just do that because I feel like now I prefer things to be like more organised and just less stressful for me, I guess. Yeah, just because I'm not like having to message people individually and like chase up people, or like, because you get a lot of people that like mess you about as well. So all of that sort of things is just like, it's just unnecessary headache that you don't need. So I'd rather just I just pay someone else to do it. I'd find that's just a lot easier. So yeah, models. You got photography. If you're going to somewhere like a location or like a venue or some sort, you might have to hire it out. Or if you know people, they might let you do it for free. Which depends on that situation. And yeah, you just planning. Also, yeah, planning your shoots. A lot of it is down to your preparation, because you could have a amazing location, all these sorts of things, models, but like all these things leading up to it, if it's not done right, then you just waste all your time. And you got to bear in mind other people's schedule, because it's all good for, like, for me, like taking an extra hour or two or whatever, just because. But like, you're thinking you got someone else's time. That's what you got to be wary of, like not to take the piss out of other people's schedule and other people's time. So you got to make sure you're very planned, put together. You speak with your videographer and your photographer in depth and be like, "Yo, we're doing this. We need to have this done by this time and this done by this time." Everything is mapped out by the day. All the shots that are done, you say, "We're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing this. After this location, we're doing that," or da-da-da. But then, yeah, you might have multiple locations in the same day. You might have to go to different places in the same day. You've got to organise all of that. So all of that has to be done before. Yeah.
That's insane. Because could just like take a sec to think about it. Like when you first started the brand, when you made those 50 t-shirts, did you think this was part of it?